Welcome to Momentum Monday. Today is July 11th, 2021. Congrats to Richard Branson on the first commercial space flight. Howard?
I don't think it's real. I think it's fake flight. Don't you think it's fake?
No, I think it's real.
It's pretty gutsy. Would you go? I would send you. I would send you.
Of course. Are you buying? I would go if you pay.
Do the first swing trade in space. You think they've? You think anybody's? You think anybody's day trade? You probably know the trades ahead. You probably see prices ahead of time up in space.
He doesn't need to trade. He's too rich to trade.
All right. What? Speaking. Well, you're rich. You've got your health.
No, but yeah, that's about it.
But oh, look at that face.
All right, so
market only goes up. All right, let me have it.
Yeah, every little dip. Okay, go ahead if you want to talk.
No, go.
So every little dip continues to get bought. Even last week there was a brief dip to the rising 20-day on the S&P small caps. At some point, look like they're going to roll down. They bounced, even though right now they're right near declining 20-day. So you need to pay attention to what's going on here.
Mm-hmm.
Currently, the market is worried about COVID again. Obviously, there's some rising cases in some parts of the world. From what I heard, in parts of Southeast Asia, they're back on full lockdown. The reason being that they don't have access to enough vaccines. So hopefully, over time, that will be solved. And the other issue is many people they're not vaccinated, don't intend to. So there's a pretty large percentage all around the world, even if you have access. So this is what's worrying the market. Obviously, we're starting to see an increase in cases like due to all the mutations, and this is why all of a sudden, not all of a sudden, but for the past few weeks, the Nasdaq 100 has been leading, back near all-time highs. All the mega caps. Apple, Amazon, back in play after spending a very long time sideways.
Yep. That's a beautiful breakout. Shopify was a beautiful breakout. We've been talking about that forever.
Yeah, even though it didn't follow through, that's the issue with the current market, that many breakouts are not following through while the dips are getting bought. So it's kind of range bound market.
Yep.
And entering new earnings seasons next week, so maybe we'll see some choppiness in the indices for the next 3-4 weeks.
I mean, the reopening, if you look at Simon Property and you look at oil, I mean, the airlines pulled back, but Simon Property continues to no, that's Scott's Miracle. Wow, that's Scott's Miracle Grows, and that's interesting. Give me a monthly on Scott's Miracle Grow. Hang on, go back.
Yeah, SPG.
And Scott's Miracle Grow. Okay, so back, down 100. Wow, what a great company.
Yes.
All right. Yeah, so
this is Simon.
Yeah, I'm amazed that it's held up right here, considering I was one that I was buying after the crash, but I do not own now. The airlines pulled back.
Yeah.
They're full. I mean, I've been traveling a bit, and they've been full.
I took a flight for the first time in a while, for the past 10 days, and they were full.
Yeah, it was full. They're not flying as many flights. All right, so then where are we with oil? Oil's on fire still. So the reopening trade's still kind of...
It's on kind of hold for now. It's digesting the reopening trade.
Which is amazing. It's really amazing. There's just so much cash. What interest rates, I think, started to perk up again. I can't remember what I saw.
For a bit, I mean, they actually went down for the past 2 or 3 weeks, and this is the main reason why the tech sector has been outperforming for the past month, and so many software stocks are kind of setting up. I mean, if you go through the entire software list, all of them are really kind of setting up for a potential breakout. But if interest rates spike up again, those breakouts are very likely to fail. So I'm giving you a few Zscaler, 5N, 1 second. So
What is
500.
That looks good. Cloud-based,
This is software.
customer
I don't know.
contact cities. Oh,
Um,
that's a nice bake. But they all look fine on the daily. You look at the monthly, you go, oh my God, they're like breakouts on breakouts.
yeah, exactly.
Yeah,
But
you look at the monthlies on any of these, and it's just like, I mean, let's just flip through monthlies for the moment. Look at the QQQs on a monthly. I mean, I said the same thing about Ethereum. I mean, you have a history. If you go back, Ivan, you just see the touches of the green line once a year, once every 18 months.
very rare. They're not even touching. I mean, so this is the 200, I think. No, this is the 50-day, the 50 months moving average, I think. I'm not sure.
I'm just saying we are very extended, and this is starting to rise. The green line's starting to rise very fast. And listen, a pullback to that line, which happens every few years, or at least we just rarely have been this far away from this 200-day.
Take a 30% drop to get there.
Well, I'm just saying. So either we have to continue to digest. Obviously, the market can keep surprising, but I think people need to know their field position here. Now go back to the daily. So yeah, software continues to grow.
Software stocks are setting up, but as I said, the wild card here are the interest rates. If interest rates, spike up as TLT, the treasuries are starting to pull back, software stocks are not gonna, make it.
Yeah, I don't really have any tremendously good fresh ideas. I mean, the Chinese continue to mess with their market, the leaders, and those have become poison.
Yeah, China has been a mess.
Well, you look at KWeb, and I was just going to go through KWeb for a second, and you can just see, this is, Tencent, Alibaba. So if you go to a monthly here, we're talking about 2017, 2016, a lot of volatility with no movement. And, that's not because the companies aren't performing, that's because no one trusts the government. So you can see, if you look at the internet, compared to I guess the equivalent would be the QQQ at some level. Yeah. And, there's no place like home, I was taking a look at Google this weekend because I'm using YouTube TV. Have you tried YouTube TV?
No, I haven't.
Another incredible product from Google that has tremendous satisfaction. But again, you look at the monthly, and it's played catch up because it really was lagging the NASDAQ for a while, and it's made up for that. I just don't know how you enter that with new money here. I'm not going to do it even with my enemy's money right now. I think you have to be really kind of enjoy the trends that you have going on, but be very careful about new entries here. That's just the way I see it. It's just too good to be true right now. I got sentiment.
So do you rather own cash, the S&P 500, or Google?
I own Google. It's one of my biggest positions because of this move. I'm not selling it, but I'm tempted to take some off. Whenever you see a company at that size, that extended from its, 200-day, it's never been a great time to buy. So, with fresh money, I struggle here. I continue to find, my focus is seed investing, but you want the markets to do well. I just am having a hard time thinking about putting fresh money into the market here. What kind of swing stuff is looking interesting for you?
So as I said, software is looking good, but you have to be very nimble if you're playing it. So take profit quickly if they break out. On Friday, we saw a very major breakout in the rare earth. What was the ETF? I forgot. I think REMX, maybe. Yeah. So breakout to multi-year highs on pretty significant volume.
Wow, that's a beautiful cup and handle breakout.
Rare. So I would pay attention, to stock like AOB and other stocks in the space.
So that final bear market their bear market ended in March 2020, right at the end of COVID, and it's up what 500% and just breaking out. Oh my goodness! So what's in that portfolio?
Mostly Chinese, I think, and Australian, maybe some Canadian, because they own most of the rare earths. And then
this is all just us demand for batteries, I guess.
Yeah, exactly. They use it for everything, mobile phones, electric cars. There's significant demand. So we have AOB.
Yeah, ALB. What else is a gray one? Wow.
That's about it. I think the other one was like a SPAC MP. So that's about it. Most of them are like not even listed in the US, or maybe they're like pink sheets. So
what was that rare earth REMX? That's a Van Eck rare earth.
Yeah.
I'll have to call you on. That's unbelievable. Does it have any? Does it trade any volume? Yeah.
What does it say here? Let's see.
This is saying that demand. So we're not getting nuclear. Like if you look at, it's interesting. You look at uranium. I think what's the symbol? UEC for uranium.
URA, I don't know. URA is the ETF, maybe. Yeah.
UEC, I think.
No, URA is the ETF, but there might be others.
All right, give me a monthly on uranium. Like this.
Do you know what's the best performing industry year to date, Howard?
No.
Coal. I'm serious, coal.
KOL. What's the symbol?
Well, the ETF doesn't exist. It was delisted a few years ago. but the individual stocks like BTU is
oh my goodness,
like $1 in November. Now it's 11.
The markets are amazing. I mean, I'm just not full time watching them. I only stick to. But yes, congrats to people. That's so interesting in a world where America is just so far behind in nuclear. And in this rare stuff, we're just digging up the earth to create batteries for these things. I don't know. That's going to come to a head here at some point. We're going to have to deal with that. But anyways, yeah, rare earth. Okay, software, and then some of the genomic stocks continue to do well.
Yeah, I mean they had a big breakouts, then a pullback, so some of them are starting to set up again. Let's take a quick look. Antilia, probably.
Yeah, that probably looks the best.
Yeah, exactly. It's the leader, and then if the other ones are Beam Therapeutics, need some sideways after
CRISPR.
CRISP.
That may be an interesting opportunity.
That's a decent pullback, and then a tight range on Friday inside day. So there might be an opportunity here for a swing.
Yeah.
Edit, kind of similar, and Fate, I think, is another one. They're like 10 different names. They're
all right, good work, my man. I'm not going to overthink it here this week. It's I think January, February, March, April, May, June. So earnings are coming up now.
Yeah, as I said, earnings season starts with financials this week, like JPM and Bank of America and the other banks, and then a week later is the large cap tech, mega cap.
Be interesting what happens to Schwab. $200 million fine, which was nothing, but still.
Oh, I didn't. Sorry, I didn't.
Schwab, yeah, $200 million.
But I saw you post today, I think, when you were talking about finance as a culture, and I was thinking that probably every 20 and 30 something year old has either a Robinhood or a DraftKings or some alternative, and not only in the US but around the world. So I'm kind of thinking that we've basically created a generation of gamblers in a way, of risk takers.
I mean, listen, gambling is DraftKings. Okay, let's be honest. Vegas and that's gambling. Investing. Listen, if people want to gamble on weekly options or daily, I mean, they're nuts. They're not going to win long term. The professionals are going to eat them alive, even at zero commissions. So eventually, these kids are going to have to start saving, which they are, and learning, which they are. But Schwab got the $200 million fine for the robo-advisor. Let's pull up a chart of Schwab. And I think it's interesting because, Robinhood's taking all the flack for all these guys. And this is 3 times the size of the Robinhood fine for a robo-advisor. So there's going to be a lot more fines coming down the pike.
Schwab is the big advisor, right? They acquired TD Ameritrade, so they're the biggest by a lot. By a big
yeah, $200 million fines. I guess nothing, but to me it's something, because and it's for deceptive marketing, just like they hit Robinhood for. So they're coming after money wherever they can get it. And then I think the big news of the year, or the remainder of the year, will be FTC allow any big tech acquisitions, and right now, so far, the FANGs are saying it doesn't matter.
COVID saving
Because,
the banks so far.
what's that?
COVID is saving the banks so far.
Yeah, the Apple is just looking really good too. Jesus, these companies just,
Yeah.
wow. Yeah, money. I mean, I don't know. That looks like it could really.
As we talked last week, they tend to run before earnings.
Okay.
And they've been doing so for the past few quarters, so that's not something unexpected.
I mean, their numbers have got to be staggering, Apple. Like, I upgraded my phone. Like, it just, everything just, you can go buy your products. Apple's got like 10 amazing products right now.
Interesting to see this one, Taiwan Semiconductor, because they're the biggest semiconductor maker in the world.
Almost $1 trillion, huh? Yeah, NVIDIA.
Every major company is their client, like NVIDIA, Apple, Qualcomm, anything you can think of. They're not actually making chips, they're designing chips. This company, TSM, they're making them. So it's interesting to see how their quarter is kind of setting up well, but we'll see.
All right, buddy. Have a great week. Maybe I'll see you for.
Yeah.
Okay.
See you around.
See you.